Magic Legends. Hello everyone, and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed back to the world of Magic Legends. The good old developers from Cryptic Studios have bestowed upon us the open beta for their new Action RPG, and I now feel ready to give it a review. Now I want to be as clear as humanly possible. Your opinion might be different than my opinion. We are all just humans, and I'm going to do my best to give you my opinion based upon my experiences. But I do have a feeling there's going to be some people upset with me from this video, and that's okay. I've got to call it like I see it. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to support smaller channels. All right. Let's jump right into this. Before we log into the game and I talk to you about my experience, I do want to show you what the community is saying about Magic Legends. Now, I hate to inform you that as of right now, it is overwhelmingly negative. And we're going to check out 3 different sites before I log into the game. We're going to look at Metacritic, Reddit, and Twitter. Bastions of positivity. On Metacritic, right now this only has 25 ratings. It is currently scored a 2.7. That's not very good. Looking at Reddit, and I was cruising through these, reading all the different threads and posts, and a couple ones that popped out. Key art has definitely turned me off from trying it. Was not ready for open beta. Release the booster pack odds. The assassin class has a 1.2 chance out of the $3 pack, and I'll explain that later in the video. And I can't find the thread now or the post now, but when the game initially launched, like day 1, day 2, the number one topic on here was fastest uninstall of a free game ever. Also not good. Last but not least, Twitter. Now, when I was looking at the official Twitter for Magic Legends, everything was positive. Every post, every retweet, everything looks good. So if you're just cruising through here, man, this game looks amazing. People absolutely love it. So I just went to the top, clicked on the pinned tweet, and I started reading the comments. Wow, there are no EU servers. You tricked half of your player base into playing the game saying that there is EU servers, and there clearly was not to mention the cash shop. You guys are a bunch of greedy a-holes. Do not play this game. Poor optimization, predatory microtransactions. The engine is terrible. I just turn and the FPS goes from 100 to 18, no combat at all. How? Wow, the POG, they always kicked me into the login menu, and I don't know the username and password because using Epic Games. Wow. LMFAO, ARC, at it again. If you guys think it will get better, don't hold your breath and probably be ready to do the heroic encounters till your eyes bleed. Why release is so bad? Why not build in a blockchain? I mean, come on guys, 2021. Almost every comment, hundreds of comments, awful indeed. Like every comment, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Almost every comment on Twitter is negative, okay? So, as of right now, the community is not feeling it. That's basically what I am trying to put out there, okay? Now let me tell you about my experience as we log into the game. Now where I want to start is actually with character creation and something very interesting that you don't see very often in action RPGs. Look at this message that pops up. You can unlock and switch classes on your existing character via loadouts. No need to create new characters. That's right, in Magic Legends you only need one. You could go through all the different classes, obviously have different decks with different spells, so all you need is one character, and you get them all. Very interesting way of doing things. Now the actual character creation is pretty good. It tells you the name of the character, talks to you about what their powers are and what they specialize in, talks to you about the class abilities, and I actually like this. So you have the Geomancer, which uses red mana, the Beast Caller that uses green mana, my personal favorite, the Sanctifier, which uses white mana, the Mind Mage, which uses blue mana, and the Necromancer, which uses black mana. Now, once you actually select which class you want to start as, you can then customize the class. So in here you have female, male, you've got different faces, skin tones, hair, and then facial hair. So there is some customizable options for this isometric action RPG. Some people it means the world, some people they don't care, because normally gear is what really identifies your character. But you do get to do some customizable options in here, and then obviously just the name. So I will say that when it comes to character creation in Magic Legends, they did a pretty good job. So you make the decision to download Magic Legends, you go through the character creation, feels really good, and now you get to the tutorial / intro part of the game. And I think this is where Cryptic and Perfect World really screwed up. When you see Reddit posts like fastest uninstall ever, I think it has a lot to do with this intro. The opening cinematic is terrible. At times, the people's mouths aren't moving. At other times, they are moving, but it's not matching the words. The visuals don't look good. The tutorial is way too long. It's unskippable, and again, it is terribly boring, right? Yes, you want to see how the game works, but for the most part, even though Magic Legends is a little unique, it's still an isometric hack and slash action RPG. So the first thing that I have to say that was really bad for this game is this tutorial that takes forever to get through. Take that. I have now switched over to my open beta character, which is only level 9. Now, before anybody says, how can you possibly give a game review with only a character that's level 9? Know that I played through the entire closed alpha. So I know everything there is to know about Magic Legends and how the end system and everything works, okay? This is not my only character, this is just my character for this open beta. Now, when you are playing this game, the first thing you will notice is the controls. It does that thing where you move and do your basic attack with the same click that normally drives people nuts. Now, when you actually pull up the options menu, you will see under here, under graphics, very basic, low, medium, high, ultra, and then some anti-aliasing, just basic video, basic audio, key bindings, and then gamepad. And you will notice that the gamepad menu, oh, whoa, this menu looks really good. This menu, they took a lot of time to make it look pretty and put the background in. You get the cool orange controller. I actually really like that color. It's the color of my YouTube channel. And what you will notice, especially through looking on Reddit, this game, unequivocally, I don't care what Wizards of the Coast says, I don't care what Cryptic Studio says, I don't care what Perfect World says, this game is 100% built for console and then ported to PC. I mean, not a doubt in my mind that the PC community was thought of left. And guess what? All we care about is PC. Now, when you look at the key bindings now for the keyboard, you will notice in here that there's no right click. Nothing in here. No right click. Well, I'm just going to set my move to left click, and I'll set my move and attack to right click. Can't do it. I could set it as spacebar. I could set it as D or any of these other keys, but not right click. Now I'm going to show you something else that is really, really weird, okay? So in here, I'm moving around. This is what your right click does. You can change the camera angle. But when you do it, you stop moving. See that? Pause. Pause. Okay, you get the idea. But if you go in here to options, key bindings, and you set your movement based upon keyboard movement, which is what most people do if they're playing this game on PC, save changes, out. Now you move with WASD. So now I'm not using my mouse, I'm just using my keyboard. Okay, so then when I click to change the camera angle, I can move fluidly. I don't pause. The game runs so much smoother. I have no idea why it does that. But if you are playing Magic Legends, I highly recommend you use WASD. So that way, when you're doing your basic attack, you will notice I am not moving, because your movement no longer comes from your mouse. Now let's talk about visuals, the overall appearance of the game. How do skills function? Is it something that is good to look at? I would say the overall visuals are average to below average at best. Now, before I get a million comments saying this is beta, it's not the finished product, Cryptic has come out and said that this game is dropping in 2021. It's gone through a bunch of closed alphas. The game has been pushed back. We're now in open beta. I'm telling you, this game is close to its finished product. There's no way you're going to see a large graphical improvement by the time this open beta ends. Actually, it probably won't end to the full release of the game. It's just going to kind of stay like this for a very, very long time. So visuals wise, definitely below average. Now let's check out the loadout page for Magic Legends. Now in here you have your map. The map functions pretty well. Oh, look, we got a boss right here, mythical encounter. So it tells you everything that's going on, shows you where your quest is, and then any area that you have unlocked gives you a fast travel point so you can bounce between the map very quick. I have no problems with that. It works very well. You have the game guide, literally never looked at it. I'm sure it's fine. And your loadout. So this is where you actually upgrade your character. And for a long time, people didn't think this game was going to have equipment, because it's not really equipment that like you see on the ground and you click and pick up. It just kind of auto goes in. But you do have equipment in here where you could take an item, drag it on, and it tells you what it does. And then you could upgrade the equipment. So not a huge part of the game, but there is equipment. Then you have your artifacts, okay, which just give you different boosts where everybody wants to get a legendary artifact. Then you actually have your class. So that's why it's saying at the beginning that you'd only need one character, because later on I can unlock all these different characters and just use them throughout the same person. Okay. Then you have your traits. Traits only unlock once you reach max level, so you don't have to worry about that for a while. And then you have your deck that you are currently using. Obviously this is Magic the Gathering game, so we are using cards. All of that stuff is fine. I have no problems with any of this. And when you're looking at your deck, you normally want to look at your library. And then in here, it shows everything that you have unlocked. You can sort them. It tells you your points you're using, your average cost, breaks down the skill. And then in here, you'll see here, it tells you how many spell pages you have. So how many you need to upgrade that spell to the next level. And I don't think I have any that are currently available to upgrade. Nope. Closest one is Heavenly Assault, which is literally my favorite skill. I need 54 more to take it to rank 2. So that is basically the loadout and all the different functions inside the inventory. The problem where this game is getting massacred on the internet is monetization and the store. And it's interesting that this game was getting tore up about microtransactions prior to it even getting released. So they had their chance to not do it, and they did it anyways. Now, when you look at the store, this is featured. You have your battle pass, you have your booster packs, you have your classes and packs, and you have your boosts and services. So right off the bat, you can go in and purchase a 2x enemy boost rewards and 2x mission rewards. Now, is that pay to win? No. Is that pay to progress? Yes. Because obviously it is going to move you so much quicker through the game. Now, when you talk about like the gacha system and loot boxes and loot packs, what people are pissed about is right here. The Assassin Booster Pack. Because if you notice when we went through character selection, Assassin was not one of the playable classes. You are correct. Because you can only unlock the Assassin through this booster pack right here. And you have a chance to actually unlock the class through purchasing it. What are your chances of unlocking it if you purchase this pack? 1.2%. You have a 1% chance to unlock the Assassin's class. Now, Vulcan did a really good video where he put $200 into the game to see if this game was pay to win. And he ultimately found that it's not really pay to win, but it is pay to progress. It makes the game way easier. You're going to get all your legendary, what is it, in here, under your artifacts. You're going to get all of these filled up with really good artifacts. Under your library, you're going to be able to level up all your cards. You're going to have a lot more materials. So yes, it will help you definitely. Like, for sure, it is going to help you. Is it just going to transfer you from the beginning to the end? No, you will have to do it. But, you know, a lot of people see that as pay to win. But if you want to spend the money, it will for sure make your life easier. One more thing I want to discuss, and then I will give you my overall review of the game. Now, I talked to other content creators, other people that love action RPGs, and there's one thing that's not really talked about through all the forums and through the chats that is a hindrance to this game, and it has to do with muscle memory. Now, when you're playing an isometric action RPG, you normally always know what is on skill 1, you always know what's on skill 2, skill 3, and skill 4. Now, in order to play this game, in my opinion, correctly, again, you have to use WASD as your movement, okay? And there's, you know, people, I've already looked through Reddit, there's ways to bypass and make right-click functional in this game, but it is not an internal function of the game, and some people have said that it screwed it up, so I don't want to talk about that option. To play this game correctly, WASD, okay? But also, you need to be able to use Q and E. Okay, so now your left hand is doing all of your movement, and you have to use the keys to the left and right. But on top of that, this left hand also has to be able to function as 1, 2, 3, 4 for your skills. So obviously, as you play, you will get a lot better. Like, you'll get a lot better at it. Just like typing, it's muscle memory, right? You will get a feeling for it. But since you have a deck that is ever swapping, you're always taking your eyes off the combat. So your Q and E keys, easy, your movement keys, easy, but you are always looking down to look up, down, up, down, up. And I appreciate what I just want to be clear. I appreciate what Magic Legends is trying to go for. I like it when game studios and companies try to think outside the box and bring something new to the community. But in this instance, I see what they're trying to do, but I just don't feel that it works, at least not on PC. It is impossible to develop muscle memory for your skills when your skills are always changing. So you always have to look down to see what number that skill landed on and what skill works in that immediate situation. Unless ultimately you build out your whole deck with skills that all kind of do the same thing, which then it defeats the purpose. All right, let's bring this all together. We looked at character creation. We looked at the tutorial. I took you through the in-game settings, or I guess I should say lack of in-game settings. We talked about visuals. We talked about the loadout screens and monetization. And then I gave you my opinion on muscle memory and how it is really hard to build that through the ever-changing skills. What is my overall opinion on Magic Legends? And this is where people are going to be mad at me. In my opinion, this is one of the worst ARPGs you can play right now. And I know the game is in open beta. I understand that. But it's going to be getting its full 1.0 launch in 2020. And I'm telling you, it is almost at its finished product. I didn't even bring up the terrible lag and optimization issues. I didn't even bring up the chat that was getting spammed that they weren't ready for. There is so many other problems with this game. Now, this review isn't a game guide. I'm not going to go into endgame. I'm not going to go into these different encounters. I'm not going to go into multiplayers. There's other videos for that. This is just my opinion of the game. So what is Magic Legends competition right now? Because that is always what I'm thinking of. Would I play this over what else is out there? So then I started thinking, well, what games are out there? Of course, my favorite, we have Last Epoch, we have Path of Exile, you have Wolcen, you have Torchlight, you have Grim Dawn, you have Warhammer 40k Martyr. Then you have older games. You've got D2, you've got Torchlight 2, you've got D2R coming out. And then games that are slowly coming out in the future, potentially TL Origin and Lost Ark, The Ascent. There is so many isometric top-down hack and slashes in the works or coming out soon. And there is not a single one of this. I would not pick this game over any of those. I would rather play any game I just mentioned other than this. So then I was thinking, well, who is this game for? Because I know people in the comments will be like, yeah, Aaron, but all those games you have to pay to play. And that's true. Magic Legends is completely free to play, and I actually highly encourage you to download this game and play it for yourself so you can make up your own opinion. I feel like this game is for 3 people. The first person is the person that loves card games and love action RPGs. You might find a fit and think that this game is perfect for you. The second person this game is for is somebody that is die-hard Magic the Gathering. If though you only touch Magic the Gathering properties, this might be the game for you. The third person that this game is for is the person that, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, doesn't spend money on games, so they only play free-to-play games, and you're burned out on Path of Exile. If you are burned out on Path of Exile and you're looking for the next-gen action RPG, Magic Legends is here for you. But those are the only 3 people I would see playing this game compared to the competition. Before I close out this review, I do want to give Magic Legends some credit based upon communication that was dropped yesterday. Anytime a game drops and it is getting overwhelmingly negative attention, it is important to own it, apologize, and make a difference. Like, that's all we can ask for. And I do want to say thank you to Cryptic and Perfect World for dropping this communication, because it shows that we are being heard. Check this out. Magic Legends State of Open Beta Week 1. Now in here, they talk about performance concerns based upon such an influx of hundreds of thousands of players, so they are working diligently to get frame rates up. Okay? Monetization. They were getting, again, blasted based upon the assassin only having a 1.2% chance in their booster pack, so they have changed it. Where now, if you hit level 50 on the free or premium battle pass track, you will unlock the assassin. So sorry to all the people that just spent all that money, because now everybody's going to get it, but that is still a really smart idea, because if you care about the game, if you like the game, if you're playing through the battle pass, you will now certainly get your assassin class even on the free track. I love that. Chat spam. So they're saying during the 40,000 players during the closed alpha, the chat was fine, but once they opened the game to open beta, chat went crazy, so they've already removed the ability to chat spam. That's why you didn't see that during my video. So they have worked on chat. And then check this out. I wish I can go back and re-record it. Tutorial duration. Everybody was talking about how long it was, so they are shortening the tutorial going forward. I love this. These are a lot of the big concerns with the game. So I think once this stuff starts getting ironed out, the game will become a lot better. But I didn't put it in kind of my final thoughts during the last segment, but I did want to say the overall problem with Magic Legends is simple. This game was not designed for PC. When you take a really fun mobile game and you download BlueStacks and you're playing that mobile game on your PC, yes, it's functional, but it still doesn't feel quite right. That is the state of Magic Legends. If you're playing it on console, again, if you love Magic, if don't play a lot of action RPGs, the game will be fine. But if you're diehard keyboard and mouse, like this just isn't the game for you, because it does not feel like what else is out there. This game is not designed for PC. All right, everybody, that's the video. I hope you all enjoyed my honest opinion. I am never trying to disrespect anybody. I just gotta call it like I see it. Now, I do want to know your opinion. Did I completely miss something? Am I off? Is this one of the greatest games of all time? Let me know in the comment section below. If you have not joined the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching 800 members, great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is in the description. I hope you all enjoy this review. Stay home, stay safe. Do not forget to join the official Action RPG Discord. Aaron.